Let's go ahead and take a look at the Skull Kid from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Let's go! Hello everyone and welcome to this drawing where I'm going to be covering the way of transferring a traditional to digital drawing and color correcting and editing any kind of mistakes and just making sure that colors pop and are enhanced. So for step number one, where I actually like to start is just experimenting with different brushes that Procreate has, but I did end up using the color pencil brush, the HB and 6B pencil brushes, and this is the way that I did it so that it also preserves what I used for the original drawing. Now, one of the things I focused on, especially for this drawing, is the iconic Majora's Mask on the Skull Kid, and this one I just made sure that the eyes were very detailed and symmetrical, and that's why I used the copy and paste tool and used the pen brush to make sure that I copied and pasted it, and it also helps with alignment and also save some time as well. So in order for me to preserve the original mediums that I used for the traditional drawing, which were micron ink pens and color pencils, I like that Procreate allows you to make layers, and one that really helps is using the multiply layer, which allows you to draw and color right on top of your original drawing, and it also kind of blends in both the digital and the traditional, and it just makes it very seamless and accurate to the original drawing. Now, as I move away from the face, I will be coloring in the entire figure with a base color, and this just makes sure that I'm matching everything correctly and everything is cohesive. Now for this next step of the drawing, I really went in for the details drawing this ocarina, and it's a blue ocarina, which is a type of a flute within the game of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And this one, the Skull Kid is holding it, and I did have fun making sure that there's also darker colors, shadows, and highlights, and all the very nice details that I looked up with all the resources and photo references from the video games. Now for this last section of this drawing, I will be adding the darker colors where I'm also adding shadows, and this is going to really help show a contrast between light and dark. And I'm just using a darker color corresponding to what the medium color that I'm using. So I will be using a darker burnt orange, darker reds, purples, yellows, and greens, and this is going to really help us know where the contact shadows are, and it's going to just make sure all of the medium and lighter colors really stand out for this drawing. And for the last step, this is where we're also going to be adding highlights. So when it comes to highlights, we're going to do the opposite of the shadows, which is choosing a brighter, almost white color of the base color, and this is going to help bring out any light that's touching the surface of any object, and it's just going to also help enhance the contrast between light and dark. Now, one of the final steps that I saved was making sure that I kind of recreated the ink pen look of the outline of the original drawing, and I just made sure I used a really dark black color and drew right on top of all the layers that I had in Procreate, and this made sure that I preserved what I had before, and it just made sure it's the style that I originally had, and just made sure everything was enhanced. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed what you see, consider hitting the like button, ringing the bell to stay notified, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and have a good one. Bye.